Hello everyone. It is Rosh Chodesh Nisan 2020. Tomorrow is March 26th, and it is the 11th Yartzeit of my beautiful oldest daughter, my Chavie. 11 years ago today, my world as I knew it stopped. Chavie passed away from the disease that she and her brother Isaac share. Eerily enough, it was also a Thursday, so it was Rosh Chodesh Nisan, March 26th, and Thursday, exactly how it is this year. Chavie was 14 years old when we lost her. Her entire life had been a battle to live, yet she always had a smile on her face. She lived a life different from most people in the world. Hashem decided that she should be born with a disease that robbed her. It stole her of the ability to walk by herself, to talk, to hold anything in her hands, or to sit up. It gave her many medical issues that caused her pain constantly. But through it all, she smiled. She gave us kisses and tremendous hugs. She lived the life that God gave her to the fullest. Whatever little abilities she had were huge. Some of the things that she loved to do was shopping, swimming, even putting her head underwater, which somebody with her medical issues should not have been able to do. She loved to go on rides as fast as they could possibly go. Carousels, pushing her wheelchair up a huge steep hill and going down at top speeds. Those were the things that made Chavie so happy, besides her family. Chavie left us, and those who knew her, with a mission. Life lessons, and her brother Isaac continues with that mission. You see, there has to be a reason that innocent children come into the world and suffer. We have to find a purpose to Chavie having been here and her amazing brother continuing on for a lifetime of 22 years that nobody can fathom. Giving to children and others who are incapable of taking care of themselves is a true chesed. I believe the world stands on this chesed. In Tehillim Yud Aleph, it says, Hashem b'shamayim einav yechasu, afafav yivchanu b'nei Adam. Hashem sits on his throne and lowers his eyes to examine the deeds of all people. It goes on, Hashem tzadik yivchan, v'rasha ve'ohev chamas, sana nafsho. He brings hardships upon the righteous people to test them and publicize his righteousness. He hates the wicked, the ones who love corruption and will bring about their demise. Ki tzadik Hashem tzedakot ahev. For Hashem is righteous and loves those who act with righteousness. It goes on in Yud Beis, Hosheana, Hashem ki gamar chasid ki pasu mibnei Adam. Save us, Hashem, because devoted people have ceased to exist. The wicked are the majority, and no one stands up for the oppressed. For the truthful from mankind have disappeared. My life, and my husband's, and that of our children, have been very difficult for 25 years. People ask me all the time, how can I go on? Why do I go on? How can I care for somebody without thought to my daily needs? The answer is right there in Tehillim. Hashem doesn't give challenges to the wicked, to people that are only interested in themselves and their own needs. He challenges those he loves the most. Our neshama's full potential is only reached when things are rough. What does the word chesed mean? It means kindness. True kindness means to help someone without seeking personal benefit, without expecting anything in return. My children were brought into this world to teach people that, and sadly, many people have failed. They didn't see the opportunity being handed to them on a silver platter. People who used to be our friends, people who are related to Chavie and Isaac, lost their chance to do the true chesed and give of themselves, just because these special neshamas were brought to life over the past 25 years. They couldn't handle the challenge and chose to take either many steps back or leave us altogether, creating a very lonely life for us as parents of children in wheelchairs with so many needs. Kindness can come in any form. Strangers have missed so many opportunities, whether or not it's to hold a door open for them in their wheelchairs, giving them a chance to see something that's an entertainment by stepping aside so their view isn't blocked, or even just smiling and saying hi to them. People seem to go out of their way nowadays to make our lives even more difficult. I can't tell you how many times I am out with Isaac and the ramp to my car gets blocked so I can't get him in or out. Government agencies that are supposed to provide us with relief keep expecting me to do more and more things for them, more meetings, more paperwork, knowing full well that they have left me alone to care for Isaac, telling me he's too complicated to find people to take care of him so we can live. Sadly, a lot of people in our community have also lost the opportunity to give of themselves in the way that Hashem designed for them. I have asked so many organizations, schools, Rabbanim for help and been turned down, ignored, or simply told there's nothing we can do. You would not believe the things that I hear all the time. Well, people are just so busy with their own lives, they can't possibly help you. Or, nobody wants to come fold your laundry, you have to hire somebody for that. Well, if I can't work, then I can't afford to hire anybody to help me. When Chavie was alive, we had amazing chesed given to us by so many people. Girls and women came to play with her or with Isaac just by reading to them or pushing her in the swing or even helping to bathe them when they were babies, or just holding one of them so I could get something done. This wasn't even in an era before cell phones were popular. Yet, with the lack of communication abilities, we still had more help then than we do today. Technology and people's ties to it have stolen their ability to be human and see past themselves on a constant basis. Since our darling daughter passed away, we have lost more and more help than I can count. Yet, I can't even begin to speak about the people who are still there for us. I can never discount them. They know who they are and how much I and Hashem see what they do and appreciate every ounce of their ability to be kind and do chesed from the heart. Now I know, up until now, I have avoided the elephant in the room. As I'm speaking to you, there is a horrible plague sweeping across the world. It is constantly on everyone's minds. As thousands of people are dying, I am mourning one child. But that one child brought light into my life and the lives of many other people. The world is a darker place since she is gone. I apologize, my daughter and my Chavie, for using your Yartzeit to appeal to people. Please forgive me. Hashem gave us the mitzvah of Ben Adam L'Chavero for a reason. As I've spoken about before, when we do tshuva during the Yomim Nara'im, this is the most important tshuva and mitzvah that we are supposed to be working on. Ben Adam L'Chavero over Ben Adam L'Malkam. But that mitzvah seems to have become an afterthought in today's selfie world. What has become more important is caring for oneself, not for others, or certainly not on a long-term basis. What is more important than caring for someone who can't care for themselves or their family and helping them out? Is shopping for the perfect dress or socializing, social media, working out, all of that is more important? As I've been trapped in my house for the past 2 weeks, like most people, I'm actually pretty amused. We are completely and totally cut off from the world. If we let people come into our house and chas v'shalom, Isaac catches the coronavirus, it will be a death sentence for him. So we can't allow anyone into our home. We can't even run into the store for fear of bringing it back to him. And we can't allow his little sister to have play dates or anyone come over to play with her. So why am I amused? You see, everyone else in the world is having a really hard time with not being able to go anywhere or living their life the way that they're used to. It was stolen from them and very fast. But Hashem taught me that lesson long ago. I don't leave my house without Isaac pretty much ever. If his father can watch him for a little bit, I might get to go to a medical appointment or even to take his sister to ballet once a week for a little while. I don't go out with friends. I don't go out for coffee. I can't work out of the house. I don't get my nails done or go to a shiur. If I want to buy a cup of coffee out of the house, most of the time I have to ask somebody else if they can pick it up for me, and I order it from my phone. If I need something from a store, I have to text a whole bunch of people and say, hey, are you going here? Are you going there? Could you please help me out? This is every day of every week, all year long, for 25 years. People around us are devastated at the change in their Pesach plans. They're going to have to stay home by themselves. Whatever will they do? And I'm sorry for sounding so sarcastic. But we don't get to go to anyone else's house for Shabbos or Pesach or Yontif ever. We just can't get Isaac's wheelchair and Isaac into their houses, and almost nobody has an accessible house anymore. So we rely on the kindness of others to join us for meals in our house when I have the energy to invite them. Last year, we got to go to someone's house who had a ramp for a Shabbos meal, and right after that, we were invited to a bar mitzvah for a lunch in a place that Isaac could get into. You can't even imagine how unusual that was for us, and how nice it was to be like other people in our community for a little while. Otherwise, we're all alone. 11 years ago, when we lost our Chavie and Rosh Chodesh Nisan, we got up from Shiva a week before Pesach, and we were left alone by everyone else to fend for ourselves and figure out what we should do, because they had other plans. The chesed was just missing from their hearts, sadly. Now, finally, the world is experiencing a tiny drop of what we have lived through for 25 years. But when this is over one way or another, most of you will go back to your regular lives, and we will not. Our Chavie is still gone. Isaac still needs 24/7 care, as well as his little sister, who has lived a lifetime of hardship in 7 years. I can only hope and daven that this awful plague will wake people up to do the chesed that is buried within their hearts. There are people in the world everywhere that need extra help because Hashem decided that they were up to the challenge of a special life. People are supposed to take care of other people. That is what Hashem wants from us, and that is what He's looking for right now. That's the challenge for all of you. It's a very dark time for the entire world. People are dying, but some people aren't taking it seriously. They continue to go out, they continue to spread the sickness. They don't realize how they can have to appreciate it. Do they know that living is not a right? It's a privilege? When you wake up in the morning and you say, thank you, Hashem, for letting me get up today, I think people just do it by rote. They don't mean it. They don't understand what they're saying. They need to thank Hashem for letting them wake up. Because one day, at some point in time, you will not wake up. And it's possible that your loved one won't wake up, no matter how invincible you feel. In the schos of the tzaddikas neshama of my daughter, Chava Yehudit Bas Baruch Ephraim, and my incredible tzaddik of a son, Yitzchak Michael Ben Elisheva, please take on a chesed to do for others after the virus is over, or even you can even do something now, just reaching out to them. If you're going someplace, offer them to do something for them. Stretch yourselves, not just spiritually, but physically. See past your own needs. Trust me, they can wait. Nothing will happen to you if they do. May Mashiach come immediately. B'mheira b'yameinu. Amen.